welcome back to episode 7 of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. And we are bringing you a very special episode, a fan frenzy episode, if you should say, or could say, or I did say.
We would.
I did. So I'm going to just go around the board right now. So we're here with Baby Yoda herself, Miss Wendy. And our favorite Texan of them all, Mr. Jose. And our resident impressionist, Dom.
Hey, yo.
And then there's myself, the MJF Mark himself, Bruce.
I am better than you.
That's right, I am. And on today's Fan Frenzy special episode, we have none other than the biggest mark of Top Rope Wrestling Talk in the world, Evil Evan himself.
Yeah.
Is it an evil Evan?
I'm honored to be here. Heck yeah.
No,
Hell,
we're
thanks
honored.
for having you.
We're
glad
honored to have
here,
you. I mean, being that it's our 7th episode, and
That's
I was
seven.
sitting around
We're seven.
thinking, like, damn, we're lucky to be here, have these fans. Why don't we bring one of our biggest fans on the show and just let him kick it with us, answer some questions, ask some questions? So Evan is one of those guys. He's following us. He's asking us questions. He's in our group. He's providing damn near every bit of like art we have for the show on our pages, on our groups, in our Twitters, you name it. So we were like, who better than Evil Evan? I mean, thank you, Evil Evan, for all that you do for us, for being an amazing fan. We hope we have more like you, but we're damn glad to have you on the show in our lives. So you're great.
Like I said, it's an honor and a privilege to be part of you guys' inner circle. Man, when you got the invitation to be here, man, you should have seen through the roof. Yeah, man, for real, you guys glad to be here.
Glad to have you. And I think, he was telling me he was going to come up with some stuff for us. So I think we ought to let Evil Evan kick off the show and maybe give us a question or a keep it or kill it. Why not? It's Fan Appreciation Night.
All right. Well, watching some NXT earlier, and got me thinking. They got so much talent down there. They got like a big old a line of guys out the door waiting to get their spotlight, to get their line, their shot at that title. Do you think the time has come, perhaps maybe the next takeover, Worlds Collide, whatever it be? Is it time for the Undisputed Era to clean slate, drop the titles? Cole, Roddy, all of them, drop the belts. I don't know whether they're going to move on to the SmackDown, Raw, maybe stay in NXT but mix it up a little. Is it time to give guys like Keith Lee and the Bro, Matt Riddle, we got Dijakovic, we got Trevor, what's his name, Cameron Grimes, so many guys, and we got Undisputed with the belts month after month after month. We only have so many takeovers, opportunities to get these big matches. Is it time for Undisputed to move on? What do you guys think?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That's a great question, Evan. Actually, as much as I love the Undisputed Era, and I've followed all those guys since they were in ROH, it could be time. It is. I don't want it to turn into like a Raw or a SmackDown where the same guys keep the titles over and over again. I want to see Keith Lee with a title. I want to see Riddle with a title. I want to see Grimes. Hell, I want to see Fandango and Breezango win the fucking tag titles. That's what I want to see.
That could happen, but Dango's hurt now.
I know he got freaking hurt again.
I'm so
damn
sad.
It. I am too.
It's always good.
But yeah, it would be a change of pace, and I do think NXT could use that change of pace. I'm just glad that they don't have a female in the Undisputed Era because, then that would, take all the titles. But yeah, it is time for a change of pace, in my opinion. These other guys do need some runs with the belts.
I'm going to go back to what you just said and say if Rhea Ripley was in Undisputed Era, I'd probably love them even more. But I do think it's time for a change. I don't know if we're going to see it like at When Worlds Collide, but maybe like the takeover before WrestleMania, you'll start to see them drop belts, and then moving into the post. They'll probably all have lost their titles by like May, maybe June, because they've had them for a while. They've ran over the competition. They've or eked their way out of some situations. Eventually, either time's going to run out, or people are just going to be fed up.
Yeah.
And you know what? And on top of that, they can lose their titles all they want because nobody's getting Charlotte.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jose. Good Lord.
Oh, you can't even talk, Mr. No Scarves Allowed.
Hey, listen. It's my gimmick. I stole it fair and square.
How much did you get it for at Walmart?
I didn't buy the scarf at Walmart. Now,
you know how hard this was to steal from Nick Aldis? This is my gimmick, okay?
I want to hear Wendy's take on this and how she feels.
Let's see. I think honestly, I would like for them to drop their titles. Who should get it? I mean, definitely Keith Lee definitely deserves an opportunity, as does Matt Riddle. Tag team titles, not sure. I mean, it'd be cool to have Breezango win it, but honestly, I'm either or on that one. But yeah, no, definitely it'd be great to see them drop it. What I'm wondering though, will they do this gradually? First one, then another, or will it be like all at once, bam, F all y'all kind of thing? And
yeah,
that would be so funny if it was like one takeover and they lost.
Yeah,
every
like
belt.
That's what I think would be hysterical.
Like kind of the way they got him, but still.
What I had thought maybe is they could have maybe done like at what was it, a War Games? All the belts all on the line.
Oh yeah, that would have been
something
good.
like that, where they one match they're gone. Maybe Adam Cole's the one that puts them on the line, and you have Roddy and O'Reilly like saying what and it caused dissension maybe. I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot that could be done with these guys, and them just plowing through talent, defense after defense. Like you said, it's gonna get boring, and the fans after a while. Look at Matt Riddle. We had Matt Riddle was on fire, and now where is he? Kind of
fizzled out.
Keith Lee was, king of the GIF universe. We saw him, launch guys into outer space, and after a few title defense, nothing. It's kind of Adam Cole. I get it, baby, we love you, but it's time for you, in my opinion.
No, I agree with you completely. I mean, I love Adam Cole to death, but yeah, it's getting to the point where he's held it for a while, and he's kind of escaped with his title here and there, including against Finn, because I can't even wrap my head around Johnny Gargano helping Adam Cole retain his title. Like, do you remember who took that title, Johnny? Like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't care if it's Finn or not. Like, beat his ass after the match.
Right.
Like, that makes no sense. None.
Before we get Jose's take on this, can we just mention his Wish.com shirt he has on again tonight?
Just for you,
wrestling
dude.
tees. They gonna love you, Bruce.
Pro Wrestling Tees, you can get this hot Lucha Brothers shirt right here.
So what's your take on this, Jose?
Yeah, I think it's time, and I think they all lose it the same night, and I would want to see Roderick Strong just take them all out because he's better than all of them.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Roddy's good, but
Adam just looks better. He's just pretty. He's just prettier.
Man, we might get into best dressed. Are we going to get into best looking now? Like what?
Oh no. Jose can have that category.
Baby Yoda, your thoughts? No, I'm kidding.
Fine with me, it's hard being fabulous.
It's hard being fabulous.
Look at that quaff.
Ask my brother. It ain't easy. I have secondhand experience on that.
You guys are ridiculous.
No, it was great. That was awesome. I'm glad we picked the right fan because as soon as he asked that, I was just thinking,
Hey, that's pretty good.
There's Mr. Soundboard.
I gotta give him the full effect. That's why I got Charlotte back. We got the soundboards.
The
We got
whole deal,
everything.
the whole thing. He's got to get the full range of it all.
He didn't even have to go on that app and pay anything. What do they call that now? You seen that one? It starts with a C. I can't remember it, but like you could pay wrestlers to like cut messages for
Oh,
you.
Cameo.
Cameo, that's it. I was gonna call it
Yeah,
Chameleon. I knew I was wrong.
I don't know.
Wow.
You might have to pay, certain people, but Evan's getting this for free.
For free. So here's a little topic, a little something that I like, that I've actually brought up the last couple episodes, and Wendy's probably gonna roll her eyes. I know it. But it's looking like Michael Nakazawa is gonna be joining the Dark Order next. Seriously, have you been watching BTE? I know Jose has.
I haven't watched the last couple episodes, to be honest.
You haven't?
No.
Nah.
Jose, you've watched it, right?
Yeah.
Where he goes in and he sees Kenny. He's like, I'm tired of losing. He walked past the poster. He pulled a tab.
Yeah, but every time that happens, it's around the Young Bucks. I think that's Kenny and Michael what's-his-fuck is going to tag team together.
Nakazawa!
I can't get over the oil. That's.
I was just about to say, I'll bet you anything, the condition of him joining the Dark Order is he's got to throw out the baby oil. Like, nah, man, you can't get oil all over these masks. You can't, it'll slip right off. That's going to be the condition. And he'll probably say no, because he's just addicted to baby oil. He's like, can't do it.
Oh, Jesus. So that's a hard no for you guys, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to say a hard no. I actually had another AEW question that we were going to cover last week and just ran out of time. I want to roll back to it because the last Dynamite of the year, you saw the whole thing with SCU and the Lucha Bros, and Daniels and Pentagon kind of got nose to nose, and then Pentagon pulled his phone up and showed him the video of him botching that moonsault in their match. And then he got all kind of like pissy, like they were trying to tell, like Kaz and Sky were like, "Yo, show them what you're all about." And Daniels just walked off, and that made me that brought the question up in my mind: is this the end of the Fallen Angel? Because my man's been around for like 2+ decades.
He's been around for a while.
It's the rebirth of the Fallen Angel.
Yes,
you think so? Huh?
He hasn't been the Fallen Angel in a minute, bro.
Yeah. He's just been Christopher Daniels of SCU and the Addiction. He hasn't been the Fallen Angel. And Jose's right. This is going to be the rebirth of Christopher Daniels, and he is going to get a world's title run in AEW before he retires because the man fucking deserves it.
Okay. Yeah, Dixie did him wrong by keeping him out of that title picture.
Yep.
Over there down in Orlando.
Yep.
The guy deserves it.
No, that's fair enough. Yeah, he definitely deserves it. The guys like him and guys like Dustin Rhodes deserve at least one run before they call it quits.
Definitely.
I could definitely see them turning this botch, from what they say, from a chicken shit to chicken salad. Definitely, he fell, he messed up, and they're gonna mock him, they're gonna tease him, they're gonna say he's out, past his prime. But then we're gonna get these, intense vignettes of him working out, hitting the gym, training, and hitting, like I said, one last title run. It could happen.
I want to see a crazy kind of Lucha Underground vignette where he's just walking down the street and like 4 random people in masks jump him and he beats the shit out of all of them. Like that kind of.
Yeah, like they tried that with that Wardlow guy. Remember that one?
Yes.
Wardlow defending his woman in the parking lot. That should have been Daniels. That should have been Christopher Daniels throwing the ninjutsu in the parking lot.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's not the end for him because I love Daniels. I just know he's been around for a minute, and I thought maybe this is their way of kind of like, slowly kind of just fading him into the background and pushing guys like Sky and Kaz. But I think you're right. I think this will just make him come back strong. I hope. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
How awesome would it be that Daniels is the one that takes the title from Jericho, if not Dustin?
Damn it, that was one of my questions.
Cool. How would you guys feel about that with Daniels taking the title from Jericho and not Moxley, not Omega, not Cody, not MJF, not any of these guys, but fucking Daniels?
It works for me, dude, because it's not like these guys can't come back and take it from Daniels, or they go anywhere they want to go. I mean, they've been around for.
Daniels is the one that deserves it the most.
I
Yeah,
could
I
see
agree.
them pulling off at if they run their double or nothing, whatever their the Vegas pay-per-view, big, money, high stakes.
All out.
Yeah.
Throw like a multi-man challenge, 12 men, 18 men, whatever it be, 20 men, battle royal, blackjack, some kind of winner, chicken dinner kind of thing. And yeah, you have Daniels pull off the unbelievable, the unstoppable old man Daniels, rewrote him off, but pulls out the unthinkable, wins the belt,
Pulls a
Right.
Shawn Michaels, enters one and wins.
Yeah. No, that would be great. That would be wonderful.
I couldn't see them really doing what do you call it, like a one-on-one build up towards Jericho Daniels, but like I said, a multi-man thing, it definitely could happen.
Oh yeah, definitely. I could totally see that. Like Bruce said, coming in number one and outlasting like 20 other dudes.
Pulling the Rey
And
Mysterio shit.
With
He did it
Jericho's
the
World
Royal
Rumble.
I'm the GOAT, I'm the best persona, he would throw down the gauntlet. He would let his arrogance be his downfall, and he would, challenge the whole roster. And then you get Daniels be the underdog, win it, retire, give the belt up, let a new era step up. I love the guy. I've been a huge fan since 2004, 2005, whatever it's been.
Yeah.
Man, that guy deserves a run with the belt.
I mean, I remember seeing him for the first time in like TNA, and I was just like, "Who the hell is this dude?" By the time the match was over, I was like, "Wow!" And I've been a fan of Daniels ever since. So I'd love to see him be the one to take out Jericho, because like I said, they can go anywhere from there. The company is barely even a year old. They've been on TV for 11 weeks. It's even if Daniels wins it, I mean, he could keep it for a while. He could drop it to Jericho the following pay-per-view. Somebody else could come in and take it from him. The options are limitless when you're literally just building something from the ground up. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
I mean,
I hope-
injuries aside, Daniels is in better shape than Jericho is anyways. So
That's true. That's true.
Jericho's built like the keg he drank.
Dude.
Yo, he needs to stop rocking that wannabe Cody weight belt, because it just shows his bubbly belly.
Oh, bro, I love it. I love his
Like
way.
it
I
just
love
pushes it up and makes it hang over.
Like
He don't look so bad without it, but when he's wearing it, he looks terrible.
he looks like
You-
Mickey Rourke, bro, when he starts sweating.
you can tell that he's one that didn't do fucking steroids.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Because-
that's true.
Because here's the thing, he's showing his age. Like the dude's still like in the gym all the time, but he's showing his
he went
age.
from being a cruiserweight to being like kegs and weights. Just
Bro, he was a cruiserweight when he was in his 20s.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like he didn't really juice. He just turned around and started grabbing Pats and White Claws with Joey Janela and bubbly. And
Speaking
That
of
looks
White
like-
Claws.
oh boy.
Oh Lord.
Oh, why? Why is it because I say speaking of White Claws, you say, oh boy? I would like.
Because nothing good comes after the words "speaking of White Claw."
I wanted to talk about the Aubrey Edwards stunner.
Okay, that's not bad.
Damn. Evan, did you get to see that video I posted?
Yeah, I did see it. Yeah.
What'd
And
you
you know
think
what?
of that?
I think I saw it on her Twitter.
I think a lot of people are giving AEW a lot of flack. We saw Tony Khan, what was it, like last week or a couple of weeks ago, busting out the saying, a little stunner for the dark match. These people, these fans, they paid their money. And right now, there's so many options. There's so much you can do. If I give you $100 and told you have fun, you have so many options. So you chose to go to this wrestling show, and they want to give you a little something special after the cameras are off, the lights are off. It's just for you guys, the in-house crowd. They want to have some fun. They're going to throw Tony Khan out there. They're going to throw Aubrey Edwards. Shit, give Sammy Guevara a panda stunner. Give everything, Give them the win. These are the fans who paid their money. And I got no problem with that. It's fun, man. All these fans, all these people who are shitting on AEW saying, oh, they're killing the business by going a little too far. It's fun, man. Let's have their fun. I love it.
Can we
I'm
take
all
a
for it.
moment?
Next week, I want to see Tony Khan's father out there. I want to see the Jacksonville Jaguars on the offseason getting stunners for their horrible season.
I would show up in attendance for that.
I would pay to see Shad Khan give someone a stunner.
Yes.
Yeah,
I would pay to see that any day.
Jacksonville
Especially if it's
Jaguars.
Vince
Boom.
McMahon,
Losing
I will
record,
give you
stunner,
anything.
quarterback, stunner. Take them
You-
all out.
You make Shad come in the ring and stun Vince McMahon, you can have anything in mind. You can have all
I
this
wanna
recording
see
shit.
Shad
You can
walking
take
out there.
Charlotte. You can have
the
my
glass
car.
shatters, the fucking.
I'm turning into I'm turning into Cody. You want this watch? You want these shoes? You want this money?
Right, but these
But yeah,
fans paid
can
their
we
money.
can
So
we
it's
take a
all
minute
the
and
same.
just seriously address this? Because how many other wrestling promotions are getting shit on for actually giving their fans more at a live event?
Dude,
Like for
if
me,
you were to go to
here's the thing, though.
McDonald's,
It happens a lot, honestly.
Yeah.
if you went to
Why?
McDonald's, ordered a Big Mac combo, and they threw you in a free extra 6-piece Big Nuggets, are you gonna complain?
No.
No.
Shit.
Exactly.
Hell
I don't
no.
understand it. They're giving these fans bonus content, and we're
I'm
supposed to
eating
be
that-
like, oh no,
That's
cut the
what I
light,
mean. Like,
end the
I'm
show.
eating that shit like Christmas came early. Just, no. Oh, this is a good day.
I'm putting those chicken nuggets in my Big Mac. You're just
Right.
talking to
That special sauce with them nuggets. But that's
Right.
Or you
like, how can you shit on a company when they're actually sticking around and giving you something afterwards for the fans? Like, they've done this time and time and time again. You had Cody versus an 8-year-old. You had Tony giving out stunners. Now you got Aubrey. All these little extra things after the show. The talent sticks around, like goes out and signs autographs at the guardrail. Like,
And the
that's
hit-
some cool shit. I don't know how you can knock them for that.
Wendy, what do you want to say? I know you had something you wanted to say about this.
Oh,
What do
I
you want,
finally get a chance
Wendy?
to
Tell
talk.
us.
What?
Yes.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
Yes.
What? Stunned right now. I'm stunned, speechless. No, I was gonna say, like, all these people that crap on AEW, they forget that it's a promotion started by wrestling fans for fans. So of course they're gonna have fun. They're gonna put on like what they wanted to see when they went to the shows, what they wanted to experience, and that's what they're gonna give to the fans. And anybody who craps on it, well, they're just jerks who don't know how to have fun. Like,
Nobody wants that much body oil. I'm just throwing that out there.
He's
Oh,
still
you'd be
stuck on
surprised,
baby
friend.
oil, man.
Dude,
You'd be
Nakazawa
surprised.
hasn't been on TV in like 2 months. Get off the baby oil kick.
It's horrifying.
It is.
It is
It
a
is.
little.
I don't want to see a little tiny Japanese man in baby oil either.
Nah. It's a little cringy. It definitely.
There's something for everybody. There's an industry
Yes.
for this, you know.
For
Someone
Japanese
out there is
audience
just like
at the
creaming their
record-
pants for it.
At the record show for the Japanese audience, I don't mind baby oil on anybody. It's okay.
He's
I
more
wanna
worried.
educate of our Japanese audience that's out there. Baby oil is okay.
Evil Evan approved.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I'm a big
I do know that Evan had some other stuff for us. So why don't you
okay.
lob us another question or keep it or
Got
kill
another
it?
question. Inquiring minds want to know. There's like several women superstars that are on the shelf. We got, different injuries, different, things going on. But I'm going to just single out 3. And I want to, just wondering, out of these 3, who would you push? And what do you, like, how would you push them? I got Nia Jax, Ruby Riott, and Naomi. All been MIA, injuries, and just, nothing creative for them.
All right, you know what? I feel bad.
Coming, we need some top women contenders. I'm tired of this Kabuki Warrior, TLC. I want to see Becky in a title match.
Right.
What do you do?
Okay.
Pushing.
I'm going to give this one to Baby Yoda first because we cut her off and I felt bad.
And we need a female perspective on this one. Who are we
I
pushing?
started actually just doodling now because I'm just.
No, I'm a gentleman most of the time. So please, ladies first.
Most.
You have
Shocker.
most.
Let's see. Okay. Naomi. So I was thinking the other day, like, why not take all these like women wrestlers of color, so like Naomi and now I'm blanking on everyone else. What's her name? Ember Moon, all the other ones, and do like a female Nation of Domination kind of thing, because it would be funny. Because Nation of Domination, like, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst either. It was an interesting stable, so it would be interesting to see like a female version of it. So I'd probably have Naomi do that. Nia Jax, there's no saving that one. Nia Nia Jax, you just pray to St. Jude they can figure something out because that one's a lost cause. That one's rough. I'm gonna
Hashtag
leave
blame
that one
Roman.
alone.
Yes, blame Roman.
Shots fired!
Honestly, Ruby Riott, I don't know, man. Maybe give her like an opportunity against for one. You know what? No, because they might bring up what's it? My waifu. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Y'all help me. Thanks for helping me. Thank you.
Shayna.
I don't know.
They might bring her up, so they probably won't put Becky Lynch up against
Yeah,
anyone
Corbin's
else. But
sister.
that,
Yeah, they're bringing her up.
That's been my theory.
I
too,
love that.
so.
I love that six head. All right, I'm in love with that six head.
My wife has a 6 head, so I can't really.
Yo, the raccoon's back.
Tonight on Top Rope, Bruce gets rabies.
Oh my god, there's 2 of them.
He brought a friend.
Apparently, it's fan and raccoon appreciation night here at Top Rope Wrestling Talk.
Gotta put that
Stay away.
paywall.
He's gonna be like, yeah, that's that fool in that scarf I was telling you about.
Come on, man.
Like that's
They say if you don't move, they don't see you. Or is that dinosaurs?
That's T-Rexes.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm safe around Luchasaurus. Okay.
Abort the fetal position.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Just play dead.
So they can steal your scarf and save you from it.
Oh, my scarf is awesome. Leave my scarf out of this.
Your Faubourg.
It's fucking no.
So, Jose, Dom, opinions?
Okay. Out of the 3, I would love to push Ruby Riott. Maybe send her back to NXT and get her to feud with Rhea and have her, possibly take the NXT title. That would be cool. When it comes to the other 2, I think Naomi and Nia Jax would actually make a decent tag team to like challenge the Kabuki Warriors. I'm trying to stay positive because I don't want to just Wendy shit on them enough. But yeah, that
Thank
would
you,
probably
Jose.
be like Naomi and at Jose, Naomi and Nia maybe going after the Kabuki Warriors would be cool. But if I had to push one of them, it would definitely be Ruby and probably in NXT.
So, yeah, I like out of the 3, like I'd push Ruby as well. I don't know if on NXT, maybe SmackDown.
That can work too.
Like have her go against Becky for the title?
No,
or
that's
work her way up towards that.
That would be Raw.
That would be Raw.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I don't even know. Oh, Bayley's the champion on SmackDown. But
I totally forget about Bayley.
I do too. Like she's a forgotten champion. But no, I would totally say because I like Ruby Riott. I like her stuff in the ring. I like what she does. I would say bring her back and push her hard on SmackDown because she had a pretty good push going with the Riott Squad before she got hurt.
She did.
Although I would like to see her tag team with Shotzi because that would be great, like 2 Riot Girl looking kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be cool too. I do like the idea for SmackDown because regardless of who, I know they got like Lacey and Bayley going after one another right now, and either way, like whoever comes out of that, I could see Ruby getting in there and having a good match with either one.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as far as Naomi goes, like this is like. For me, this is a hit or miss because she's gonna be, if they do let go of the Usos, she's probably not far behind. I would think they'd be stupid to let go of the Usos because I know a show on TNT that they would probably go to and be fucking amazing.
Well, yeah.
But look, she's.
Although we might get Usos versus the Bucks, which would be fucking amazing.
As much as Naomi gets shit on and gets flack, and I know me and Dom are pretty bad at points, but the chick can fucking wrestle.
No, she can wrestle.
The chick can fucking wrestle. I don't know about like a major title push for her, but I would like to see her come back in some form of seriousness, and like even come back as a heel, even bring her in as a heel, like
She has trouble being a heel though, because like in real life she's too nice, and she
Yeah.
has trouble like
I think her problem
switching
is she
off
needs a
her real
finisher.
self for a heel self.
Yeah, she doesn't really have a finisher. Like she had the
Her
rear
finisher
end,
is
She doesn't have
jumps
much
and
of
like
a
shoves her
gimmick
ass
either.
in her face. That's not
right?
really.
And she does like that split-legged moonsault, kind of like the end
Yeah,
of the
like fans
world.
want to see her ass, so they cheer that. You
Right.
kind of need like power bomb or something.
and
Yeah,
like
I think she needs a repackaging because I love her as a wrestler. I'm not feeling the glow. I was never feeling the glow.
No.
She needs
I'm
like
done
the
with the
frog
glow.
splash or something.
I've
Turn
seen
the
this
fucking glow
man, like,
off.
20 times.
Yeah,
as far as Nia Jax, just keep her out of her ring, please. Please.
Yeah.
Like I've never, and look, here's the thing. She got the classic WWE monster treatment. She came in, she was a giant. She got, let's put it this way, she got the Braun Strowman treatment. She came in, she was a monster. She was destroying every fucking woman on the roster, whether it was Raw, whether it was SmackDown. It didn't matter. She was destroying them. And now it's like you can't even take her seriously anymore.
yeah. It kind of turned
Whoever took her seriously, that's your problem.
It kind of turned into that Goldberg syndrome, where like once she stopped squashing people and just running over everybody, and she lost a few matches, it was like, all right, what do we do with her now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it got confusing when she was like the dominating heel who was like attacking everyone, and all of a sudden, the next moment she was cutting this whole like empowering speech about I'm a big woman who's breaking barriers, but like we were just booing you 2 months
Yeah,
ago.
and then not only that, she went and did the
Now
whole
you're, like-
anti-bullying campaign for a while.
Yeah.
Then a few months later, she was in the ring bullying people. It was like, wait a minute.
Classic
It's
WWE.
like a
Classic.
Big Show syndrome where you can't
Yes.
decide whether you want to push her as the monster or she's the sympathetic comedic baby face who
They just send her back to NXT. That's all they got to do.
I feel like we gotta
Send her back to NXT.
let Jose get in on this because he's just been sitting there like
Rocking.
Oh, I'm
Dying to
chill.
say
and
I'm
like
chill.
biting his
I'm
tongue.
used to it.
Like,
I'm used to it.
Who would you want?
So
to
let's
push?
see. To get it out the way, Nia Jax just send her to NXT. That's how they solve that problem. Naomi, she could come back and team with Tamina, and they can go for the tag team titles.
Back to Team
Ruby
Bad.
Riott can win the Women's Royal Rumble and go after Bayley and take the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Wow, I like that.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Yes, it is.
Way to
How
wait
about
for
Nia
it.
Jax as a manager with like
For
a
who?
smaller like heel chicken shit? Like she like maybe like cost the guy like win him the matches behind the ref's back.
Be like a China.
To do.
Be like a China.
That's giving her a lot of credit.
Of sorts, exactly. Yeah, like the muscle, the smaller guy's muscle. Like a female Diesel of sorts. Like you said,
Like
China,
Camille.
yeah.
Like
You know,
Camille.
Just keep her out of
The
ring.
funniest mental picture of that in my head is like Leo Rush coming out with Nia Jax.
That would be
That'd be
awesome.
good. Yeah.
I want
like,
on her shoulder,
just
Mysterio Dominic style.
No, she comes out holding him like a little
purse.
kid.
Like tucked under.
It just comes out just walking with him.
In a baby Bjorn. Like on a
We find some kind of floating pod, and Leo Rush becomes Baby Yoda to Nia Jax. Like, I like that. That's not a bad idea. Like, we definitely picked the right fan for Fan Appreciation Night. I'm feeling this.
Definitely.
Now, since we've answered a bunch of questions, I did have a Keep It or Kill It, which is Royal Rumble related, Hall of Fame related. Might have seen this one in group, and that is Harlem Heat will take on the Revival at this year's Royal Rumble. Keep it or kill it.
I don't even care if it's not at the Royal Rumble. That shit just needs to happen.
Agree.
Man.
So we got one.
You got two.
Two, my bad.
Yeah.
Wendy
Because
said keep
I
it.
definitely agree.
Awesome!
Okay, I'm caught up now. Go ahead, Brizzy.
Man, as much as I want to see Booker T back in a ring, I don't know what kind of shape Stevie Ray's in. That could be messy.
He's
But
in
it
good
would.
enough shape.
Huh?
He's
Good
in
enough
good.
shape.
He's been training. He managers at Reality of Wrestling and
ROW,
stuff.
yeah.
So he keeps up with his training.
Fucking keep it. You convinced me, Jose. You convinced me.
All right, let's get Evil Levin's take, and then I'll come in. You want to keep this or kill this, bud?
I'm gonna have to kill it because here's my thinking: who wins? Do we have Harlem Heat come back for one big night of the Spinneroonies and the crowd goes crazy, and then the Revival's back to square one, being the guys in the shower rubbing the icy hot on themselves like a joke? Or are we actually going to build them up and they just signed the contract extensions? We're going to put the belt on them. We're going to give them a big run. They need a win. They need
Did
to
they resign?
definitely keep that momentum going. So it's torn because how do you book a match? Who comes out on top? Do we bring back Stevie Ray? We give him a fat paycheck just to lie back and look up at the light, or are they coming back to win? And I'm a sucker for nostalgia and all, but when you have a tag team division that's on life support as it is, can we afford these guys another setback, another pretty much burying them again? And I think definitely the Revival, I'd rather have them get a run against a real tag team. Get the fight, light up the fire behind Heavy Machinery or the Usos on a big comeback, something. Nostalgia only gets you so far, and after that pay-per-view, where do we go from the next pay-per-view? And that's my concern. As much as I would love to see it, save it for. I don't know.
WWE lives off nostalgia.
They really do.
Really does.
I
mean, always bring back Undertaker. That's elder abuse.
I'll be. Damn you, Wendy. I was just about to get serious. No, I'll be totally honest with you. Like, if you remember back, I think it was SummerSlam, they had Trish coming back to fight Charlotte, and there really wasn't a big build behind it or any reason for it other than she wanted one more match. And I was kind of against that at the time for the same reason. Like, oh, we don't need this nostalgia crap. Like, what are they going to do with her after? What happens if Charlotte loses? And if she wins, what does it matter? Yada, yada, yada. But then when I actually watched the match, I could not give a shit less. I was like, I was so wrong. It was great.
It was a good match.
Totally sucked me in. And I think that's where we would end up if we do get this match, Royal Rumble or not, if we get Harlem Heat in a WWE ring, which unless I'm
never happened.
It's never happened.
Has never happened before.
It's never
against
happened.
a team like the Revival.
First time ever.
I'm not saying that shit. Fuck you. Who again, like the Revival is not one of those crazy tag teams. They're Smash Mouth. They can kind of take it easy. Kind of give Harlem Heat like a good match. So I'm torn, but I want to keep it. I gotta see it.
It could be how they start their run, taking out Hall of Fame tag team.
That's what I was thinking.
And even if it's just that one match, like where Harlem Heat comes in and finally gets their little shine in WWE, they go away. The Revival moves on to bigger, better things. I mean, it could be worse. It worked for Sting. At least until Rollins. And then,
as long as they stay away from Seth, they're good.
Yeah. Yep. Stay away from Rollins. But actually, our group voted on this one during the week, and 92%, all but one, actually said keep it.
So Evan was
Evan would have made it too. I don't know if he voted.
Was it you again, Matthew? Was it you again?
It wasn't. I love
the call out.
Hey, there was
Wendy.
no last names. There was no last names.
I know. We love you, Matthew.
There's plenty of Matthews out there. But this Matthew knows who he is.
And we love you. Do not listen to Baby Yoda.
She has spoken.
Holy shit.
Sorry, delayed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where's your NWA stuff, Dom? Let's get into this shit.
Okay,
Let's stop talking about the E and get into the NWA.
Okay, well, I'm actually asking a question that NWA did on their Twitter, which is, what was your favorite moment so far from NWA Power in 2019? Because there were some moments throughout.
Yeah, there really was.
Including this last week with Pope coming back, but we got another question for that. I was happy to see that. That was
pretty awesome.
That was
Dude,
definitely up there in the favorite moments.
The top three, Big Papa Pump, and Big Papa Pump.
Hasn't happened yet, damn it.
I'm just kidding. Trust me.
And my response is
so fucking kidding.
33.3% says it's
you know
gonna
what?
happen.
Boom Boom Cabana winning the title. That's mine right there.
Yes.
There you go.
Boom
Boom Boom winning the national championship. That shit was hot.
Anything with the question mark.
Yeah.
The question mark's debut, that's for sure. I actually was going to say Boom Boom winning the national title. But since Jose took that one, I'm just going to change gears and I'm going to say the Rock and Roll Express becoming the 9-time tag team champs.
Oh yeah, that was pretty
Elder
awesome.
abuse.
That was awesome. They did that right.
That was elderly support. Like, you know what? You take these titles, take a little extra money, put it towards your 401k, homies. We got you.
They don't have 401ks. They're independent contractors. That's why they're still wrestling at 80.
They might have their own now. They might have wised up. We don't know. But they were like, here's that tag team title check. And you come out and have a couple-minute match where you win everything with your wits and,
And your eye.
And your eye.
Yeah. That dude had like Shawn Michaels' eye. Like when he was younger and wrestling, that shit was forward. Older he got, the more that shit just crept
Y'all
off to the side.
stay hating.
By the way, shout out to Ricky Morton. Because Ricky Morton's still rocking that crazy mullet that's like bald on top, but still has claw hammer bangs. Like all of this gone, but there's still claw hammer bangs and full on just Kentucky waterfall, man. It's beautiful.
Kentucky waterfall.
Bro, it's a mullet. It's a mullet.
Same thing.
I just want to go on record and I apologize to any Kentucky fans out there. We mean no disrespect.
Oh, no disrespect.
We love your hair salons. We love your hairstyle.
We love your chicken.
Extra crispy, my friend.
We love you, Kentucky. Shout out if you're listening.
We love everyone. Don't take anything personally.
This is just for entertainment purposes.
Unless your name is Leroy.
Yeah, then we don't like.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I got rid of that on the soundboard, too. I was about to.
Good old Leroy.
Jake.
That was the biggest Muppet ever.
Biggest one of all time. Oh my God! Thank God that Evan never got to meet him. Oh.
I just mean Leroy in general. I don't like that name.
Oh.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes,
I put Leroy up there with gingers. They have no souls.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I don't think I've ever met a Leroy, but I've met plenty of gingers, and I like them.
Evil. They're evil. They're all evil, like cats.
Just watch, your next kid's going to be a ginger for saying that.
I don't say that. Please don't put that evil on me.
It's on you.
So all right.
Don't put a root on your ass. Just.
All right.
I'm gonna tell your mama.
I want to go with a question that. I'm going to go with a question that I posted on Twitter for us, and I wanted to see what everybody would put up, and it also hit Facebook. So I made a pretty devastating stable that I would love to see, and it consisted of none other than MJF.
Oh, very
shocking.
Devastating.
Wardlow.
Shocking again.
Sean Spears.
Okay.
And Eli Drake with Tully Blanchard as their mouthpiece leading them. So that was the stable that I put together. I thought would be a pretty dominating stable. I want to hear from you guys on a stable that you would put together if you were booking a show that would be a dominating stable. So let's start with Jose. Why not?
Oh crap!
Because he looks like
crap.
dazed and confused.
All right, let's see here. I don't know. I need
All
time.
right, we'll circle back.
We can go like cross promotion.
Yeah, absolutely. I got Eli Drake in there, so yes, you can do a cross promotion. So, Evan, what do you got? I know you got something, man.
What's the limit? How many people?
4 and a mouthpiece. So
Okay.
5, but a manager.
By the way, this was going to be an NWA question I had because Pope put it out there. Like, who would you want to put with him to bring back the? Because obviously that promo that he cut, he was talking about the 4 horsemen basically and how he was looking for talent, and then he asked, "Who do you think should be with him in this 4-man group?"
Yeah, but anybody. Sheer dominance, a stable that you would put together that would run the fucking show.
Right. I'm going Brian Cage. I'm going Butcher and the Blade. I'm going Tessa Blanchard.
Okay,
who's your Callahan? And as a mouthpiece, fuck it, they can all talk for themselves.
Okay, that's 5.
Fuck it, they can talk for
the mouthpiece.
That's 5.
Yeah, you get Sammy. Yeah, Sammy do the talking. You have Tessa taking out the women. You got the Butcher and Blade dominating the tag division. And you got Brian Cage fucking up whoever sets up with him.
As your muscle, okay.
I apologize for the language.
Who
gives
cares?
a fuck?
We fucking.
But yeah, that's why I'm talking sheer dominance. And if you want, put them all under mask if you got to. Fucking scary. The Butcher and the Blade, they're spooky. I like it.
Yeah, they're a good tag team. Who's next?
All right, let's see.
Oh, I had one that I actually responded to your Twitter question with, which was actually it was Brian Cage, it was Damian Priest, Keith Lee, and Luchasaurus. And I guess for a mouthpiece, I don't fucking know. Let him talk for themselves. That man has a master's degree. He can say whatever he wants.
Okay. Jose, I know you were ready as rudely interrupted.
Cody Rhodes, Nick Aldis, James Storm, and The Miz.
Ooh.
And the mouthpiece will be Maurice, Brandy, and Camille, or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Camille's so chatty.
I know.
Yeah, she's not really going to be a mouthpiece.
She's more like an insurance
She's the mouthpiece
policy.
enforcer.
Okay.
She's an insurance policy is what she is.
Okay. All right, Wendy,
All right.
let's hear it. I seen you jotting everything down over there.
I'd start with Nick Aldis. I'd bring in the Revival, ground and pound. Rhea Ripley, a little more ground and pound, and highly underrated. I knew the man as Stokely Hathaway. He now goes by Malcolm Bivens. That man has a mouth on him. He could definitely be their mouthpiece.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Love me some Stokely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Stokely.
So yeah, that's me. Who's next? Is that all of us? Did we all just?
That's everybody.
I think so.
Everybody just.
I was so busy taking my notes. I didn't even pay attention.
I got a crazy wild card. If we're gonna go for a nostalgia kick, what about as a mouthpiece we bring Bruce Pritchard back as an on-screen character, Brother Love.
Brother Love.
Yeah.
Brother Love would be great.
I mean, I listen
about
to
Brother Love, Jose. You're a kid.
So I know the guy has the gift of gab. He still talks for hours. Why not put him in front of the camera? I think for the limited time that he was around Impact, as some kind of backstage consultant, whatever, he was on air cutting some promos. He did I think the Feast or Fire or something right. Yeah. He did something right for them on screen. Why not bring him back? I think that'd be crazy. I think a lot of the younger fans have never seen Brother Love, and that's a character that man, we know that he can definitely go.
Oh yeah,
I think that's cool to see.
Honestly,
the Undertaker's original manager.
Right?
Did you just say corny?
Yes, I did. tennis
like a
racket and all.
non-racist
I don't
right?
have a clown nose.
Hell no.
I don't have the clown nose, Jose.
Neither do I. I got a soundboard.
Where's my note? Here it is. Here it is. Kill it. Kill it.
Haters gonna hate.
Corny.
Corny.
Lord.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
Bruce was great as Brother Love, cutting promos and doing interviews and managing. I don't know if he's very good behind the scenes. It really hasn't shown with like TNA and now SmackDown, but as far as Brother Love and that kind of, oh yeah, just we love you. No, that's great. And speaking of people who might not have been so good behind the scenes, I gotta keep it or kill it. I think you guys are gonna like, and nope, Bruce is there. Okay,
I'm here.
Did the raccoons get him?
Oh no!
he got rabies
No,
just now.
the raccoons are gone.
So,
Raccoons are gone.
We're about to send out the search party. Release the hounds. Save them.
Here's the question that just popped back into my head because I read something on it earlier. AEW will accept Vince Russo's offer of help behind the scenes. Keep it or kill it.
Kill that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say kill that shit too.
Kill it.
I don't even want to acknowledge that. So
Look,
quite honest.
They
I-
like,
You
I
wouldn't
don't know what you're
believe how many
saying.
people, like wrestling fans, social media or otherwise, responded to that shit. So I had to bring it up. It was ridiculous. Like it's not even that AEW met with him or did whatever. He just put something out there saying if AEW wants help, he's willing and able to do so. And
Yeah, and the Muppets fell for it.
Of course he is, right?
of course he is.
Yeah, he's
Anybody else
free.
jobs out there,
I'm
just
free.
saying, right? I can use
No.
a paycheck.
Yeah, I could use some more money to fucking bury your company like I did with the last few.
Yeah.
Honestly.
What, do you last like 2 weeks in Impact?
Maybe.
If that.
Maybe.
Everyone was like, "Oh my God, Impact's got Russo. They've got Russo."
You know how bad Vince Russo was in TNA? Corny actually lasted longer than Vince Russo.
Vince Russo is like the herpes of wrestling, man.
He just pops up. You're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, I gotta flare up again.
I would rather them hire Eric Bischoff than him.
Yeah, I don't want that either, but
I don't either, but I'm just saying.
I mean, is there any way they can pry Jimmy Jacobs out of Impact by any chance?
I bet
Oh my
they
I
god,
won't see
yes, I
that.
would love it. And then he comes after Jericho for the goddamn list.
For the list.
The lexicon.
Yeah, the lexicon.
Yes, but
The
who
goddamn,
made
and yeah,
that?
and Jimmy Jacobs would be like, "Fuck the goddamn lexicon, that's the goddamn list, boy.
Yeah, he made it.
I
He's
made
He's
that
the one
shit
that
up."
came up.
And
He's
then
the one
just
that made
clock
the
him in the
list.
head with one of them spikes. Just bah! Zombie princess, bitch.
They're gonna have their new friendship festival thing, and Sammy's gonna betray Jericho, and he's gonna have a box there. It's gonna be a present, and Jacobs is gonna pop out and be like, "Fuck your list."
Bang! Spike to the head.
And then MJF is gonna be standing there, and he's gonna be like, "Fuck your scarf."
Okay. Did everybody say kill it? Did we get Evan in on this too? I'm lost. He's saying kill it. Okay.
Everyone said kill that
That's agreed.
shit.
Kill it.
I think
Oh my God.
if there's anyone out there who doesn't want to kill that question, please leave the comment below.
Or don't.
With an explanation,
Really couldn't care less.
Yeah, with a detailed explanation.
because I want to know what happened other than you getting dropped on your head when you was younger.
Right.
You know what? It's going to be a long explanation.
I wanna
Give us a
see-
response video.
I want to
Give us a
see,
response
like,
video.
where on the Vince Russo doll did he hurt you?
You beat me to it. I was thinking of the same thing, bro. I was just getting ready to say that. You beat me to it.
Great minds, bro.
Show me where he hurt you. Show me where pro wrestling
sorry.
hurt you. That's that you want Vince Russo in AEW.
I didn't have it on my very little teeny pad of notes, but I had to say it because it just popped back in when I was thinking of Bruce Prichard. It was like, oh yeah, somebody else who's shitty behind the scenes, Vince Russo. Why don't we?
That's putting it lightly too.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
So,
Garbage.
Moxley?
Garbage. Survey says number one answer.
So here's a question for you on the flip side of bringing somebody in
May have
in
an
the
answer.
in the backstage area besides Jimmy Jacobs, because we just went over that. For if AEW was to hire someone to come and work backstage and behind the scenes, who would you want it to be? Not Jimmy Jacobs, because we just went over it.
I'm going to abstain then because I said Jimmy. You guys have at it. Well, Evan, who would you want to see?
Oh man, we're bringing in someone backstage to help out with creative. Man, why not Christopher Daniels once he's done in the ring? We're talking about earlier about him maybe hanging it up, having one last one. Well, what about when he's done? Throw him behind there, give him a pencil and paper, have him start jotting out some storylines. I think he has the creative mind. He's we've seen him do some stuff, creative stuff in ring. Give him a shot, behind the stage. Could be like we were saying earlier. AEW is so young in its infancy as a company. Yep. They can afford to make mistakes. They can take chances and run the risk of not needing these old names like Vince Russo and Bischoff and who it may be from the 90s, when we can turn the page and try someone new. For all we know, it could be creative fire.
This is why I wanted to get this guy on the show. I love having him as a super fan.
Hey, that's pretty good.
No, you know what? I'm going to fuck abstaining. I'm going to come back in because I got another one. How about the guy who's been rumored to be working behind the scenes with AEW and called Dark last week? My man, Colt Boom Boom Cabana.
Yeah, another one.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Man, I would love for them to work together. That would be awesome. AEW and NWA.
He's in wrestling, all kind of styles. He definitely has the mind.
I mean, he can damn sure call a match because he was great on Dark. And they even said that he did help produce the last episode of the year for Dynamite before calling AEW Dark. So they seem to have a little something going on. I'm not sure if that's like a joint project or if that was just, hey, let's give you a shot, see what you can do. But I would love to have them bring him in and work with talent that they have, because a lot of guys that are there, he already knows.
Yeah
It would literally just be like peanut butter meat jelly.
Baby Yoda, who do you have? Who would you like to bring in?
Oh, he said Baby Yoda.
Creative.
Sorry, I was busy doodling. No, I definitely have to agree. Bring in Boom Boom. He would definitely be great with that. And avoid all the old heads. There's a reason they're old and they're outdated. It is like, why bring in spoiled meat? Don't do that to yourselves.
It depends on who.
I was fixing up my kill it sign.
Which nobody's going to see on the audio podcast. But thank you, Baby Yoda.
No one's going to see it. No, yeah.
Even more reason for them to tune in and see our beautiful faces.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that.
I mean, we give all this away for free right here.
All right, Jose.
All right, I got three.
You got three? Damn,
wow.
Okay.
Three to come. And it will help the tag team division.
What?
Bubba Ray Dudley, Christian, and Matt Hardy.
God damn it.
Ooh, Bubba Ray would be great.
They're all great. I would love to see.
Because quite honestly, I am sick and tired of how WWE treats Christian. I am just tired of it.
I'm kind of tired of how they're treating Matt Hardy, to be honest. So I mean,
the
only reason I wouldn't want him behind the scenes is I want to see that broken gimmick in AEW. So, but
you know who I want?
If we can't do that, yes.
Who I want behind the scenes for the spooky gimmicks would be Vampiro.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love Vampiro.
Because he did a lot in Lucha Underground with all those spooky dudes, and he was able to like
Him and
develop
Pentagon
their
were amazing,
storyline.
man.
Yeah, yeah. They developed great storylines. So I think he would be good for all the spooky
Just
dudes and developing theirs.
That's when I fell in love with Pentagon, man.
Yeah, me too. I was just about to say
Yeah.
that whole era just made me love Pentagon to no end. Like made him
Yeah.
my favorite wrestler in the industry. Like that whole thing of Vampiro
like
being his master, and then he turns on him, and they have that crazy match at Ultima Lucha. I mean,
all those
fucking
matches he
fire.
had with
Yes.
Pentagon and Mil Muertes, that whole storyline that those guys had
Yes.
was freaking amazing, man.
Like seeing Pentagon going around breaking people's arms is what made me fall in love.
Oh,
with him.
that was sick. Yeah.
Well, that too.
That was what made me fall in love. I was like, this dude's fucking people's arms up. That guy's awesome. I don't
that
care.
too, but that was also under Vampiro's expert tutorship, you know, tutelage. That's the word I'm looking for.
Tutorship.
You guys are gonna have to do a top rope Patreon. Dom explains Lucha a synopsis episode by episode.
Oh my god!
I'm down, dude.
I would totally be down to do that. I would seriously
acting it out, and then Pentagon walks in, and in comes Vampiro with the lighting and money.
And the gothic priest robe and
soundboard with the sound effects and everything.
The whole thing.
So tell me you don't miss the Lucha Underground sound effect at the start of every episode.
I'm trying to see because I think if I look here somewhere.
Whatever.
That's it. Yeah.
Big logo. Whoa.
I swore I had it. I don't have it now, but I swore I had the Lucha Underground.
That was intense, man. That was a different kind of wrestling than we've seen.
It really was.
Dario Cueto. I love that.
All right, Lucha Underground.
It really was. I
miss it.
Man, that was good shit, man. I love Lucha Underground.
Oh, that was wonderful. That was wonderful. It's too bad they killed it so hard.
The first match I saw on Lucha Underground was when it was a trios match where it was Angelico, Son of Havoc, and Ivelisse, and
is it the one where Angelico did the
dive from the top?
He jumped off the top of the office.
Yes,
dude, that was the first match I saw. I was like, oh my fucking god, this shit is awesome.
Can they somehow set something up so Angelico can do that in AEW? Just come like flying from the balcony or some shit.
They need to, man.
They need to give him a singles run, man. He's a better singles wrestler. Like, I don't like this whole dangly arm dancing shit with Jack Evans.
With the weird flopping
You don't like
around.
you don't like the Bernie dance from like.
I dude, he is such an amazing talent.
Inflatable man.
I feel like in AEW,
I am not a Jack Evans fan.
Wow.
I'm not a Jack Evans fan.
That silenced the room.
I know. Everyone just like I said that. Everyone
I am not a Jack Evans
Evan
fan.
was like taken back. He was like, "What?"
I thought it was Baby Yoda again. I was like, "Ooh."
Hold the fuck.
No, man, I love Jack Evans. I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, man, Lucha Underground when he was the Dragon Slayer. That was
I've been a fan since I've been watching
how about
him
when
in
he broke
AAA,
his
man.
jaw?
I don't know if y'all remember.
Wired, and he coming out with like what was that? A dry race board with different stuff on it. That was comedy.
I don't know if you remember because
talk about making a broken jaw, still making it work. I thought that was good stuff. His in ring, I'll admit, it leaves a little bit to desire. He's kind of still stuck in the same breakdancer gimmick that he's always had.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if you guys remember because it was way back on MTV. They had this little promotion called Wrestling Society X.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Jack was the Prince of Parkland. He came out, did all his breakdance shit. Teddy Hart was there. Even Brian Cage back in the day for a minute.
Yeah, Matt Sydal.
And he was crazy. Yes, X-Pac showed up. He was crazy in Wrestling Society X. And then he kind of like came to TNA, dialed it down a bit. Went back to Mexico, turned it back up, and then they brought him to AEW, and he sort of dialed it back like 10 notches. Like, he does some crazy shit, but he just doesn't do everything he's capable of doing. And if you watch shows like that, even if you go back and YouTube him now and you watch what he did and you see what he's capable of, you're like, why don't they just turn him loose? Like,
I mean, like they're letting Moxley loose. May as well let him.
Here's the thing,
too.
like I don't think that they're not letting him loose. he could be at a point in his career where he's like, yeah, I don't think I want to break my fucking neck and die. Like,
Okay,
Oh, that's a fair point.
fair enough.
That's a fair point.
Fair enough.
Like he might not want to fucking kill himself, and he might want to make that AEW money for a little while, you know.
Also fair enough. I'm just saying, like, yeah, and Helico is a great talent too. He definitely deserves a singles push again at some point. I know they wanted to in Lucha Underground, and he fucked around and got injured and all
fuck
that.
Fuck that stupid ring MJF has. We need a title. That's what we need.
Yeah. It's coming.
We really do.
I love it on BTE where he walked around the corner and Private Party was there. He just held his hand up and walked right into Isaiah Cassidy, and he kissed the ring. He goes, "It counts," and walks away.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it.
Same.
He's talking to Scorpio Sky, and his hand just goes up to his mouth, and Sky pushes his hand down. He brings it back up, pushes it down. It's awesome.
What are you doing?
Just
kiss his ring so we can go on. And he goes,
yeah, Matt was like, just kiss the ring. Just kiss it so we can.
After a while, MJF annoys you as much as Bruce annoys us about MJF. We're just like, fine, fuck it.
Really?
I just went to the storyline where somebody steals the scarf.
There's a reason that only one person voted for MJF. Oh, that reminds me, because he's here and he voted. I wanted to ask Evan so we could check tape and we could go back and I can point at Bruce and say, did I do anything to sway your vote in any of those polls that were up for Wrestler of the Year or Tag Team?
Don't lie for him, Evan. Don't lie for him.
Nah, you know what? The check has come in the mail yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that. No, I'm just kidding. No, you know what? I'm gonna stand by it. There was no collusion.
None.
No, the voting was honest, and we're a strong democratic society, and the voting was not rigged. There was no collusion of any sort.
Thank you.
And I did not. What do you say? I did not have intercourse with that woman.
If you,
all the secrets. I'm not a cook. Don't pat it. I'm not a cook.
And neither am I. God damn it.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Do that at Top Rope Wrestling Talk.
Voting was
I will let you in on a little something if you haven't been to our group and you don't know this. Top Rope Wrestling Talk was AEW before AEW. We were the group that just let people in and said, okay, do whatever you want. Post whatever you want. We'll comment on it. You have control. And boom, that's where we were at. So that's all I did. I put the polls up. I said, here's who we picked last week. Who would you pick for Wrestler of the Year, for whatever? And people did, and I announced it. There was no collusion. There's no whatever. Bruce was just salty because one person picked MJF, and it was Bruce.
Look, I can't trust someone that says they beat up Nick Aldis. I can't trust someone that says that.
I didn't say I beat up. I said I stole. You can steal.
Oh, so you did what happened to Walter.
Yes. I just waited for him to leave that belt in his card. I was like, ding, 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 ding. Give me that. Mine now.
So what do you guys think of that Worlds Collide match where it's Imperium versus Undisputed Era?
There is a god.
Undisputed's gonna lose.
I have been waiting to see this match since like Imperium came around and got big on NXT UK. The first thing I thought was like, I need to see these guys against the Undisputed Era.
If they screw over Walter again, I'm done.
I was so pissed when they screwed him over.
Yeah, oh no, that made me mad as hell too, because Walter is a fucking beast. Now, I'm not saying Undisputed Era is going to win, but I'm saying I want to see the match because it's going to be great. That's all. Like, it's for the best in NXT. It's for the best in NXT UK or maybe even in the UK.
Walter.
Period. It's.
They don't even need the rest of them. Just Walter.
It's
Walter
like
smashes all of them.
There is a god, and that god's name is Triple H. Thank you.
As soon as that frying pan hits your chest, you're done.
They just need to do it. Walter just needs to go through and take out everybody in SmackDown, NXT, Raw, and the only person left would be Brock Lesnar.
I swear, I have a list longer than the lexicon of things I would take before a Walter chop. Like, just how much time you got?
The list of the lexicon. That's kind of redundant.
Era all in the line, and like Walter just like chop them, they fall like dominoes. Like
Right,
the
just
first
That would be great to see.
Like those, remember those metal balls that you like clank and then like, and then here comes Kyle O'Reilly. You know. That's what I want.
My boss still has those in his office, by the way. So every time he uses them now, I'm just gonna think of Walter in the Undisputed Era.
Walter chopping and Riley fucking behind. Definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be a good match. I'll give him that. Definitely. I wish we had titles on the line. I wish there was more stake. But fuck it. Sometimes, matches happen and they're gonna be good and you don't care what the stake is.
Yeah, that's definitely that with this one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Yeah, it's about that time.
This is by far the longest show that we have ever recorded.
Almost.
And it's been a very damn good show, a very fun show. Wendy, I can't wait to see your artwork.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely posting it on the
definitely can't wait to see your artwork. So
see that.
So here it is. I'm gonna give you everywhere where you can freaking find us right now. You can find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. You can find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT is where you can find us on Twitter. You can go to Anchor. Is that what it is, Dom? Go to Anchor.
Yeah, you go to
Top Rope Wrestling.
Wait, hold up. It's anchor.fm/TRWT.
And you will get every link to every podcast network that we are on.
Yeah, you can listen to us there, or you can see anything. It's our own page. You can see any place we're at, any platform down below. I think we have like 10.
And don't forget, watch us on YouTube. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave the comments down below.
And share this on your
share
own
social
medias and help us grow this thing a little bit. We're getting a little bit bigger. If you didn't notice, we're like the newest and fastest rising podcast in all of professional wrestling, and we want to get even bigger. We need your help.
And we're better than you, and we know it.
And we fucking know it.
Keep us.
So, on behalf of Wendy, Jose, Dom, our special guest, Evil Evan, I would like to say thank you. And we will see you next week with episode 8.